Hi everybody, TheSuffolkRam here from Ram Nerds. So, last year I started getting into video recording. I wanted to do sort of short films and short documentary type films on various subjects. Just little ones, like a couple of minutes long type thing. And I got into it mainly due to my friend Skaz, who, if you listen to our podcast, you'll have heard. He's really into his video stuff as well. And he basically was the one who sort of introduced me to it. When I first met up with him after we had a bit of a hiatus and not knowing each other for a long time. We sort of drifted apart, then we met up again. He really got into it, and he sort of showed me all his cool gear and hid some really neat stuff. So between us, we sort of had a little go, and we made a couple of films between us last year. One actually on the channel ourselves. If you've ever watched my Ice Bucket Challenge, if you haven't, I'll link to it in the notes. Hopefully, if YouTube will let me do that, I think it does. And that's one of the videos we made last year. He basically lent me the gear. I sort of directed because I knew what I wanted, and he sort of advised me how to get that sort of shots. He also taught me how to use the video software editing properly, because I've been sort of muddling through myself and it was okay, but not brilliant. So he helped me sort of get all that set up, and we did a little short, and I was really pleased with it. I loved it. I loved that the process from start to creating something to having a final product which you can watch, and I'm still proud of it today. I'm sure there's lots of problems with it, but hey, it's the first video I sort of done with sort of help, and I was really pleased with it. Now, I loved it so much, so I feel myself, I want to get into it. The issue you have, of course, when you want to do this sort of thing is that you'll find yourself in situations where the cost, the money to buy the gear is quite expensive. It's not a cheap thing to start out with. You can buy cheap stuff, but it is expensive to get you started. And that's what I found. I thought, whether I should do it or not. The cheap stuff I thought was going to be too limited, so I thought, okay, I'm going to spend a bit of money and get some semi-decent gear. Now, the first important bit of gear I got now was camera. Now, the camera I picked up in the end was an EOS 700D. Oh, let me show you the front of the box. Why did I pick this camera? Well, a couple of reasons. I found this website called Learn About Film, and it's a really neat little website. The guy on it, he's obviously quite a professional guy himself. He has quite a lot of gear as well, and he gives lots of great advice, really simple advice of how to film stuff. And just reading through it, I've picked a lot of stuff up recently that I never even thought about. And he has a section on there about beginner film gear, and one of the camera he recommends is this. Now, I looked at it, and it was expensive, but not silly expensive. It was a reasonable price, and the thing is, if your camera is your most important part of your filming, you've got to spend the money on it. Quite neat. It does HD. It's got a nice 18 megapixel camera. Quite neat. Did consider getting a camcorder, but I thought DSLR would be more useful in areas because I can do photos of it, and a lot of people seem to be shooting DSLR now. And Skaz, I know, does a lot of stuff with DSLR, and I'm quite impressed by stuff that comes out from that. So I took the plunge and got this instead. The default lens that comes with it, it's okay. I've been messing around with it the last few days. I'm quite impressed by it, but admittedly I'm no expert. So I'm sure there's probably people who are more experts in the lenses telling me it's rubbish. But I'm quite impressed with it. It does wide angle to zoom in. I do want to get myself a wide angle lens in the future, perhaps a fixed one, or I think they're called prime lens. And I want to get a longer zoom lens as well, telephoto lens, proper zoom one, so I can get some more close-up shots. But the lenses are quite expensive. I couldn't justify getting one straight away, so I thought I'll make do with what I've got with default, and I'll move from there. And the videos a couple of I have done, sort of just practice ones I've done, I'm quite pleased with the results I'm getting from them. So I'm going to stick with the default lens for the time being. I've then, obviously, to go with the camera, need a microphone. This camera's default mic is pretty shit. And microphone, in my opinion, the second most important thing. You're going to do a video, you want to have decent audio with it. So the mic I got, again, recommended off this same website, is the Rode Video Mic Pro. I've actually used one of these boards indirectly because then about Skaz, he's got one of these, and the audio quality of it's fantastic. And I've been playing around the last couple of days, and I'm amazed by it. It's what they call a shotgun mic. So basically, what that means is it's directional. So if the mic's pointing that direction, it'll only pick up sound from here. It won't pick much sound up from behind. It's quite impressive actually. I run it through an audio recorder, which I'll show you in a bit, and I was amazed by when I was just speaking to it and then turning it around because I could listen to it as well. The difference in the sound levels is incredible. So really, it works really well. I've done a few tests. I've done a few tests of me basically walking away from the camera just to see how the sound sort of changes, and it seems doing quite well. I'm still learning it. I'm still practicing with it. So I wanted to get a few things to go with it, of course. And I managed to get a great deal on it. I managed to find a bulk buy deal which came with a few bits and pieces. The first thing it came with two extras which were going to be useful. First, a boom. Now I can't really show it because it's a bit long, but basically it's a 2 metre long boom which the mic fits on the end of. Now that's going to be blurry unfortunately because I didn't do that very well. See, I'm still learning the video. So why I've got this is because I want to do some shots outside. I want to have quite sort of wide shots, not a close up, but sort of quite wide away, but I want to get sort of decent audio. So with this, I can have the mic on the end, attached to a sound recorder, and I can half distance away. I am going to have to get an extension lead for the default audio cable because the audio is only about that long. It's designed to work with a DSLR. It's on the connected DSLR camera, so it is unfortunately quite short, but I'll get an extension lead so I can at least attach it to this. Now, of course, I'm doing that. I'm not going to be recording it to the camera. So what I'm going to record with it? Well, I managed to get another good package deal. Oh, one thing I did get with the camera, which I did get, I'll just quickly show you before I move on. I got with it what they call it a dead cat, and basically you put it on the mic and it helps reduce wind noise. I have to keep hiding from the dogs see it and think, oh, it's a toy, because it does look a little bit like a toy, but I'm just trying to keep it hidden from them at the moment. So what I'm going to record with it? Well, I got myself to record a Zoom H1, and it's a pretty nifty little recorder. It does stereo. It comes with a stereo mic on the top. Input and output, so you can plug your mic directly into on side and out, and have headphones coming out, which is really handy because it means I can actually sit there with a pair of headphones on. I can adjust the levels with it while I'm listening to it. I did have the mistake yesterday. I had the Rode's got a function where it can boost the audio, and I actually had it set to high. So if I'm recording to this, you need to have it set to quite high. All was going well until my dog barked and it deafened me. So watch out for that. But quite fun so far. Now I managed to get this with a deal where it came with a free accessory pack. Now, here's the accessory pack. One of the packs, as you've always seen, is the case. But you also get in the accessory pack, you get a little tripod, pop filter, a power adapter, and an adapter put onto your, so you can put onto a mic stand, of which I'm going to have to get one at some point in the future. Oh, no, that's not that. So I was free with the Zoom. I was quite pleased with that. Most of these cases cost about 25 quid separately, so getting it for free was a bonus, and I was quite happy with it. And so far, it's proved useful. Just having a little stand makes life so much easier because you can just sort of sit on a table and record. Really pleased with that. So I can hear the audio. Now, I mentioned being able to hear the audio. You need some headphones. So I've got myself the Audio Technica headphones. Again, I was actually surprised at how cheap these were. I was expecting these to be quite expensive, but they're actually not too bad price. Quite weird, so I can barely hear my voice now that I've put these in. Obviously plugs into the Zoom. Comes with the adapter, so you can use a larger size plug with it. The adapter comes with it, screws onto it, so you can use a large size plug, but I've obviously I can fit into the Zoom. And I'm impressed by the length of the cable. It's humongous, it's brilliant. So what I will be doing is obviously attaching the Zoom to the end of, say, my boom. I'm going to have to get myself one of those like Gorilla Pod things to attach the end of the boom. Have my wire to my thing, and I'll be able to just plug it in and still hear what's going on. Or I might even consider having it into the pocket, but I think I might get some noise from the cables touching the recorder. Now the other thing I need to go with the camera, and this is also considered essential, is a tripod. Now unfortunately I originally ordered a Silk tripod. It was a bargain. It was normally about 190. I could order for 80. Unfortunately, the company was out of stock. So in the end, I looked around and I found this one, a Velbron EF61, and had some good reviews. And it was a bargain. I found it for 35 quid, and I thought that's an absolute bargain. Currently, it's got the camera's attached at the moment, so that's why I can only show you the box at the moment. But great, it's got 3 independent legs, got a built-in level. You can also, what I really like about it is that there's a pole that raises up the camera up and down separate, but you can adjust it with height rather than just having to adjust the legs, which means when you get the legs just right, you can just sort of up and down the camera to get a fine tuning. Really like that. Nice big chunky handles for your pan and your tilt, so it's nice and easy to hold. Haven't tried doing any panning shots with it at the moment. I have think it's not going to be that smooth. I might have to practice with it to see if I can get it a bit smoother, because otherwise it's not going to be, unfortunately, very great. A few other sort of bits and pieces I got to go with my set. These weren't sort of necessarily essentials, but I'm glad I've got them because they have proven quite useful. The first one is this. It's called a grey card. That's for white balancing. So to prevent over and under exposure, basically I let the camera lock onto this first. I won't get too otherwise, I might mess it up. And it automatically will adjust the white balance based on this grey card. So it means I get a decent white balance. And I've done it a few times and it works really well. I wasn't expecting it, and it was only like £8. And I'm really impressed by the results of it. So I'm definitely going to have this in my kit. I'm going to use it whenever I do any shooting. I'll just, rather than messing around with the default white balance, I'll just use this. Or trying to set it myself, I'll use this instead. Really neat little kit. One other thing I did get, but I can't find, I must have left it in the other room, is I've got this little spirit level that fits onto the hot shot of the camera to see how high level the camera is. Now there's one other thing I did get. This is a fly cam. And what it basically is if I hit tell you steady cam, you'll know what it is. It's to allow you to basically that's like what I think they call stabilizer or gimbal, and it allows you to basically get more smooth shots. Because some of the shots I want to do for my documentary film, I want to do some moving shots. So I got this. It's proving quite a challenge to balance it. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos explained how. I just need to sort of sit down one evening and just basically spend a whole evening to get it balanced. I think once you know how, it's actually quite simple, but you know, it works quite neatly. So I can't wait to give this a try with the camera. I think that'd be great fun. If I once I get it working and balanced, I think that'd be great fun. I'm actually having a look around my table because I put all the stuff I bought on the table next to me, making sure I don't see anything. Oh, apologies, you just heard the dog in the background. He's just seen someone come down the hall, so apologies for that. But that's what I call bad timing. Well, I can't see anything else, so it looks like I've gone through everything. So hopefully he'll shut up in a second. I do apologise for him. So thank you very much for watching my episode of Ram Rants. Hopefully I'll be doing some other short videos you'll be able to see online. I'm hoping to be able to do some more videos on for gameplay stuff using my new setup. So until I see you next time, thank you very much for watching. See you later.